Alrighty, guys, it is 3:30. It is Wednesday, April 29th, and this has been just a knockdown drag out kind of a dynamic, huh? So the news came out, Fed meeting as expected, no change in the market, just a little bit of volatility, not much reaction at all. Powell came out, not much reaction, a little bit to the upside now, but at least he didn't throw cold water on anything. But overall, it's just a very, very muted, sloppy reaction to it. So I haven't tried to trade this. It's just kind of whipping back and forth. So it's just ripe for, I mean, it's things like this. You have to be super aggressive on fading edges, and you have to have enough staying power so you can fade a little bit more than you expect. So, and of course, when this happens on that last little run, then you will be crushed. So I don't try to trade this stuff. It's just too volatile, too crazy. So range bound, at least we are holding on to their gains going into the afternoon. And what we have left right now is going to be the tech earnings coming out after the close. All right. Tech earnings comes out. So we have obviously there's not a big reaction right now to it. That could change going into tomorrow if they mull it over and digest what he said. But if it's if it I'm not sure it's going to be a big reaction based on what Powell was saying. However, tech earnings is obviously still there, and that could certainly be a big deal. If anyone misses or there's a negative reaction to any of that, there could be obviously a big move to the downside. Oil is popping to the upside as well, popping pretty good, and then up at 108, 109. So there's something going on with oil, and I guess Trump's patience may be running out on that side. So oil popping higher, markets holding on. It's kind of set for a potential little correction thing. It's almost there, you know. It's almost there, but it's so far holding on. Now, if your tech earnings comes out great on all four, and there's no bad surprises or the market reacts positively, that could offset any high oil prices for a while at least. So we'll see how this pans out. Right now, I would just start off range bound, wait for the tech earnings, watch oil, see if it keeps going higher, and then watch the headlines if there's something going on with that thing on the going on in the Middle East. So that's kind of how we get started. I had two trades, one trade early on the ES, pretty aggressive fade, and that ended up being just the loser. I had a shot. I showed you that early on. I was up here. I tried to get short up here towards the mean. Pretty aggressive trade. I got caught. I had almost a shot of scratching it, and then I got high ticked and then run right back down again. Gave me an opportunity to get out afterwards. Okay, it didn't help. And then that was it. So that's the 3-point loser. It did tighten my stop though, so it wasn't a big deal. And I took another trade on the Nasdaq as they ran it lower here early on. They were down here. I was down here towards the midpoint, and then on the way back up here, I hopped on a long trade for a little small trade. I made the money back plus commissions, and then that's left it at that. So after that, I kind of did not do much about it. Felt very much like the market was kind of sloppy, and then you can see how sloppy it's been. It's been very difficult to trade. So I opted not to be aggressive about it at all. That's kind of sitting on the sidelines. So, but then we're starting off range bound going into the overnight. Watching the tech news, that could be a big reaction, and then that reaction could certainly spill into tomorrow. So we'll find out how that's going to shake out. But right now, unless there is a big surprise one way or the other, we are starting off range bound. Look at the fade edges, back to the mean. Now, the bond market reaction was kind of negative. So they repriced to the downside early on. And here after the 2 o'clock hour, a little bit rotation down, back up. Not a big move based on what he said, but there was earlier on they repriced it to the downside. And you can see we are down here at the 112s, in the 112s now. Almost down to the 112.16 and the run down here. So I would just start from the short side, looking to sell strength against, I'm going to adjust this edge down here at the 113.02, 130 to 113.02. Against the 1306s and against the 13, 14, 15 here for rotations down. Not going to be very aggressive on the long side at all. It feels like they're trying to take this lower. Yields look like they're being on the upper end of things, maybe going higher a bit. All right, cryptos also moving pretty good. I mean, it's I haven't tried to trade those, but they can move pretty good when it's sloppy, but it's been pretty sloppy on the cryptos. So Ethereum and Bitcoin flopping around. Oil had a nice run here, but it was pretty sloppy before that last run happened. Silver and gold also pretty sloppy. Nice run in the morning on silver and gold, but you kind of had to be on early on that one. By the time we were looking at it, there was here this whole thing on the way down. By the time we were looking at it, it was kind of too late, and then we just got into that day session slop, and it's difficult to trade. It's just slopping back and forth pretty hard. So there you have it. We'll leave it there for now, guys, and we'll see how this whole thing shakes out. So after in about half hour, 45 minutes or so, we'll be getting tech earnings, and then watch the stock prices and see how they react. It's going to be negative, positive. It's net. The AI trade is a bit to the downside, and they got a little bit of lift here towards the end of Powell's speech, but overall, a lot of the crypto stocks and the AI stocks and the quantum stocks are all to the downside so far. We will find out how they react now after the big tech reports. Alrighty, guys, we'll leave it there. You have a great evening. I'll see you back in the morning. Later.